All right. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Welcome everybody to the live stream. If you guys aren't on the, if you're on the replay, if you're not on the replay, if you're on the live, if you're not on the live, it's all good either way. I mean, got a poll for you all. Do you know what? Oh man. You know what the veil is. Can go ahead a little bit smaller. There we go. There we go. There she is. There she is. Oh man. Y'all, let me just tell you, man. So this is the first day in like 2 days. I would say 2 days probably that we've had like clear skies like this. We got a little bit of white clouds forming, but I'm sure. Oh no, I don't really see anybody up there, but the sun is strong today, man. Ooh, and it feels so good. Y'all have no idea how nice the sun feels today. Warm, the warmth from the sun on my face. It's still like 26 degrees right now. It was definitely below freezing, and but we have not had the sun out for a couple days now, and it feels amazing to feel the warmth from the sun. And I mean, granted, they are, you know, still spraying up there because I can see the trails. You guys know what I mean. Again, tap the like button, subscribe to the channel. You know the vibes. We're about to get started. It's Positivity Sunday, but I did put a different topic on the video, but it is Positivity Sunday. We're just going to chill for, a little bit, have some fun. For about an hour, and we'll just go from there. Give you guys a little bit to join the live stream. If you don't know already, if you're watching the replay, if you are on the live stream, either way, me and Luna will be doing our mini live healing this Wednesday. It will be the 10th of December. If you want to join, you know the drill. Just go to the scheduled post. Comment in the chat that you want to receive, and well, you will receive. Put the intention for what you want to receive. Read the description below the video. It will be here on YouTube on this channel. So we hope that you'll be there. We hope that you'll join every Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, but live mini healings with myself and Luna. Join us. And with that being said, I'll give it a few moments for everyone to join. And I'll be that. Yeah, it's about 31. It warmed up a bit, about 7 or 8 degrees warmer. It was 26. Now it's 31. So yeah, it's nice. It feels really good. I've wanted to sit out in the sun for a couple days now. So, hey, mate. Hey, mate. What other job you do? Are you a part-time YouTube? I'm not really part-time. I mean, I do YouTube every day. So, I mean, if you want to, if you're asking me if we're receiving like anything from YouTube, no, we're not. So it's like I do it for just because until we do get maybe support, but I do it for the love of humanity and for service to others. And it's fun and I enjoy it and I enjoy coming on here and going live and sharing from my own experiences. So if that answers your question, I do EQH, beyond quantum healing, hypnosis therapy, past life regressions. I do Reiki. I do all kinds of energy healing. I do crystalline soul healing. I do light language activations. I do breath work facilitation. So, and I'm a content creator. Well, you didn't hear what I just said? All the things I just said? Um, Breathwork facilitator, Kundalini activations, Reiki. I do coaching. Um, the list goes on and on. Crystalline soul healing. And God provides, man. We're all abundant, man. Hey, Miss Simmons. What's good? I see. Yeah, long list. Yes. And we're creating and cultivating a newer school. Hopefully, soon it will be actually established and there will be healing centers all around the world. That these self-empowerment places, Okay. That's cool. Well, happy Sunday to everybody. How y'all doing? How y'all feeling, man? Happy Positivity Sunday. It's a beautiful day, man. I feel for it being 26 degrees, this sun feels amazing. Yeah. Well, I appreciate that, and I hope you do, Miss Simmons, because Miss B. Simmons, please do, man. We want to find a piece of land in North Carolina where we can set up the first location, and then hopefully, have a series of them all around the world, and hopefully, get an RV and travel the world and do retreats in person with breath work and Kundalini activations and all kinds of stuff, bringing facilitators from all around the world. Meeting all of you in person would be amazing. Do I remember you? Yeah, Christy. Yes, I do. Yes, I do, Christy. Welcome. How you doing? You were on the live the other day. Please tap the thumbs up, everybody. Subscribe to the channel. Join us on Wednesday for our live mini healings. If you want to come, you got to be there live. Make sure that you put in the chat that you're wanting to receive. Make sure you put your intention and how you want to receive. And myself and Luna will be live on Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern. If you feel called to donate, we have a super chat. There's a thank you button. You can donate a super chat if you feel called to support our mission and our cause, to serve humanity. That's what we're here for, to assist humanity in remembering who they are, why they're here, and what they came here to do, to awake people up to the truth of who they are. And today's Positivity Sunday. So, I ask each and every one of you, man, what positive thing did you do this week for yourself or for humanity? And last Wednesday was really fun, man. I had a really good time last Wednesday with Luna. That was the first time we've done a live in a bit together. It was a lot of fun. We had some technical stuff happening, but it was fun. It was a good live. I look forward to this coming Wednesday to do it. We're going to do another one. I'm going to make a bunch of shorts so you guys get reminded of it on Wednesday. But man, get outside. If you don't see the sunshine on the side of my face, oh boy, does it feel good. It's been cold, man. It's been cold and dark and gloomy and, all of it. And thank you for the thumbs up, man. I appreciate you. Where's everybody from? What y'all doing on this beautiful Sunday morning or afternoon or evening or whatever it is for you? I did put a topic on the live stream. I know it's Positivity Sunday, but I said the veil is thinning. And that it is. I don't know if any of you are noticing it, if you're getting like heightened connection with the spiritual realm, if you're feeling like different abilities are coming more online than they have ever before, if you're beginning to remember past lives or who you are or why you're here, that's all part of the veil thinning, becoming paper thin. And before it completely just vanishes and we completely remember who we are. Yeah, isn't it? It is. And December is a large part of that. The Three Eye Atlas is another aspect to it. But this month is very big for remembrance. This month is, and again, now hear me out, because I follow this guy and I can't remember what his name is, but I know you're very in tune with a lot of this stuff. I don't know if you've seen Miss Simmons, Emilio Ortez's podcast, but he had this gentleman on that speaks a lot of things like Dolores Cannon speaks, and he went on Emilio's. Yeah, look up Emilio Ortez. He's like 23-year-old kid who's had pretty much everyone under the sun, Joe Dispenza, everybody on his podcast. Well, this one guy, he did his podcast the other day, and it basically says the last interview. That's what it says in the title of the video. And a lot of his teachings are very in line with Dolores Cannon. And he went a lot into remembrance, and that humanity has to remember in order to go to so his teachings are very different from Ishmael Perez, where Ishmael says some people are going to go to the fourth, some people are going to go to the fifth, some people are going to go higher. But his teachings, I can't remember what this guy's name is either, for the life of me right now, but his teachings are very along the line of you have to go to the fourth and then to the fifth and then higher. And he started going into like the ninth dimension, where that's where when we get to the ninth dimension is where we start creating worlds, when we can actually create when we can actually essentially create a planet, which is in the ninth dimension. But one thing that he prefaces, and again, he said it's his last interview. I don't know why. I didn't catch as to why it's his last interview, but I know he's done a lot of interviews on a lot of different podcasts over the past few months. And he kind of basically said that you have to essentially remember. If you don't remember, then so it's like almost like you have to spark that remembrance within yourself. Hold on, I'm missing all your guys' comments, man. Hold up. Yeah, look it up. Look it up. Definitely. What is veil? The wedding thing? No, no, no. The veil is what separates us from the third dimension, which we are in currently, to the spiritual realm. So, meaning what I mean by that is the veil's getting thinner. The veil is getting to the point where it's going to be non existent so that we will have communication with the spiritual side. Not only have communication, but we'll be able to see them. We'll be able to be like, oh, yeah, like here's a fairy, here's a gnome, they're on the other side of the veil. The veil is what it's essentially, it was called the veil of forgetfulness. So we chose to come in here and forget, so to speak. Yeah, there you go. That's a good way to say it too. The veil is like the separation between realities. Yes, and also, as I said, it is also, um, you know, what divides us from the spiritual realm, the spiritual side. One positive realization I had this week was an ever deeper understanding that I have no problems compared to 99% of people, that I have achieved success, all levels, despite terrible odds. Wow. Well, thank you for sharing that, Observer. And that's something to be grateful for, without a doubt. Yeah, yeah, no, I do, Miss Simmons. I know that happens all the time. So it's all good. It's all good. No judgment here. So we have 6 people that voted, and they said 33% actually know what the veil is. But then again, they could be confusing it with the wedding veil. So they might actually not really know what it means. And then we have 67% that said no, they do not know. Yeah, I have a feeling that a large percentage do not know what the veil is. Do not know what the veil of forgetfulness is. Just by this poll I just put out. So, you know what? We're here to help you remember, awaken you to the truth of who you are. Remember who you are. It's kind of like the Akashic records. A lot of people aren't even aware or familiar, even know what it is, for that matter. Or they're even clueless as to that there's something that records, everything, and it goes into essentially the Akashic records. And of course, I'll ignore the misspellings, Miss Simmons. I would never do that. Come on now. Me personally, I'm grateful for life. I'm grateful for the sunshine right now. I'm grateful that I get the opportunity in this cold 26 degrees to feel the sun on my face, the warmth from it. No, I mean, I don't think it's an unpopular opinion. So through taking mushrooms, you were able to see through the veil. Hey, plant medicine ceremonies are sometimes people use them for reasons like that. And I don't judge you for that. One day, if I find someone that I feel safe and that holds, yeah, oh man, let me tell you what, man. I've been doing more and more pranayama and this somatic type breath work that I'm getting trained in, and Luna's getting trained in. I've been doing it every day, and the more and more I do it, oh my God, the more it almost feels like I'm on shrooms, or doing some sort of drug. It is one of the most amazing gifts that we have available to us that can gift us pleasure and peace and stillness and calmness and regulating our nervous system, and the list goes on and on, man. You can heal from so many things from just breath, the breath alone, the just breath work in itself. Oh, you were diagnosed with bipolar. I think breath work helped put it in remission. Yeah. I mean, to be honest with you, I think it's BS anyways. There are all these names and these things, man. They don't really know anything, you know, to be honest with you. Uh, I'm sorry. Any doctor on here, I would beg to differ. I don't agree where we're diagnosed. All that crap is just well, it's the dark forces wanting you to stay in the systems, the med systems, you know, so that you keep feeding them money and you keep feeding them food, your energy. Yeah, no, I get you. I get you. I mean, listen, you know, uh, this is just my personal opinion. You know what I'm saying? This is just my personal opinion. And um, I think that a lot of these things that we've been taught and told are lies. And same with the people that have been um, gone through school that wear white coats. They've been lied to. We all have. There's a spiritual meaning for everything, you know? And there's majority of everything is typically the root cause is emotional. Some sort of something that we've suppressed, you know? Why? Because we've been taught to suppress it. And well, the one biggest thing is we're disconnected from prime creator, source, God, you know? Our connection to that has been lost, disconnected, severed. Doesn't mean that it can't reconnect. Of course not. I mean, we can. When we change our beliefs, when we believe, when we trust. It goes back to, again, the teachings I learned while training in QHHT, which is Dolores Cannon's modality. And when I went through that training, she spoke very much so around people that come in with specific things, like someone that wants to stop smoking but doesn't really want to stop smoking. And if they don't believe that, like, she goes, well, I can help them, and their higher self can actually, remove the addiction that they have towards it. But they have to really truly believe it. Like, I kid you not, in her training, okay, there was a well, I don't even know if I want to be saying this on here. Yeah, I probably should refrain from it because it was during her training. I should have said it was something else, but yeah, rest in peace, 2014, exactly. Well, she actually spoke about it on a lot of her YouTube videos anyway. So, let me tell you what, man, she had sessions that she spoke about even on YouTube. So I'm not really saying things that is a secret. Where people had lungs replaced in a session, okay? Where people's spines were fixed in a session. But the thing of it is yes, that happens, and yes, the higher self can pretty much do anything, and the body can do anything. You have to believe it. And a lot of the people because she did thousands of sessions, and I know for a fact, yeah, everything is about vibration and frequency. That's where we're headed. Vibration and frequency. And of course with the light, because the higher self uses light, but if you don't believe, well, she can only do so much with her own belief. So she believed, and then people actually took her belief and used her belief to really truly believe. But the fact of the matter is, like she said, when they walked out of the office, days, weeks later, they went back to their old ways. because they didn't believe. They didn't fully believe that their lungs were healed. They didn't believe that they had lung. Why did we have to go through a surgery that you don't even actually see the surgery? That's really interesting that I just, it's like, but yet people actually believe that the doctor removed their lungs or replaced their heart. They actually believe it, but yet they didn't even see it actually happen. So how do you even know that that actually occurred in the surgery? You know what I'm saying? It's like, but then we believe, but then if you go in, people don't actually believe that the higher self can actually heal you from something, or replace a lung, or replace a heart, or fix your spine. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of interesting. The more I process this and speak of it, one will go into a surgery and be drugged and then be told that, yeah, you just had your heart replaced in the surgery. Yeah, we just did a 6-hour surgery on you and your heart was replaced. But like, you were out, you were drugged up. How do you actually know that they actually did that? But yet you believe it. So it goes back to kind of like the placebo effect, right? They could have actually done nothing, but told you they did it. And then you actually believe it because you didn't see it actually being done, right? I mean, let's be real, It's like, man, my grandfather back in the 90s or the 80s, my dad would tell me about this, and he did like a study, and he was with a group of people, and they actually told him they were giving half the people drugs and then half the people a sugar cube. And then after it was all said and done, they the people that got the sugar cube felt no different than the people that got the drug, because neither of them knew what they were given. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it really truly is all in the mind. Yeah, but you know what? You know what stops it? The ego getting in the way. Maya, the veil of forgetfulness is very strong. Yes, but it's becoming thinner and thinner. It's like paper thin now, observer. So more and more people are going to legit remember. This month is going to be the month of remembrance, without a doubt. How did we forget? We once all knew this. Well, our soul chose to do it. Our soul agreed to come down here and forget. But like I said over and over and over again, the third dimension is crumbling and collapsing and will just like be gone as we ascend to the fourth and fifth and higher. So essentially, we won't be going through the things we've gone through and the suffering and everything else. And I had a revelation last night, y'all. You know how I was just talking about the ninth dimension, and I think somebody mentioned the ninth dimension. I saw it. Yeah, here, 9D. I also listened. That's his name. Yes, Franco Romero. Yes. I listened to it yesterday too, brother. As I told you yesterday, I'm a volunteer with intact memories from birth and never forgot, because my presence and memory is extremely strong. 9D. Yes, that's his name, Miss Simmons. It's Franco Romero. Did you hear, Observer, why he's not doing any more interviews? He says he's moving on to something else. And in fact, but he said if he does do more interviews, Emilio Ortez will be the first podcast for him to do. Oh my God, yes. I listened to it yesterday too, brother. That's so funny, man. Holy shit. Yeah, Franco Romero, dude, his teachings are so different but they're very in alignment with Dolores Cannon. And a lot of people, there was one interview when I first saw him on the scene, when I first seen him break out sometime this year. I wish he would write a book, to be honest with you. The book that he wrote is nothing like, I wish he would actually talk about this stuff that he talks about on the podcast in a book. But he, when he first came on the scene, I was listening to him on a podcast, and I'm pretty sure it was probably Emilio like 3 years ago, because he met Emilio like 3 years ago, and they became friends. And he said then that a lot of people say that a lot of his teachings are very similar to Dolores Cannon. But that podcast that I listened to yesterday was a bit of a wake-up call for anyone that literally is here volunteering, because he got really he said, well, if you don't do what you came here to do, then essentially you're going to leave and transition, and then you're going to get your next assignment and go to the next place you're going to go. And he was very adamant about a lot of the things that he said. Well, he very much said, which a lot of people, oh, that's right. My apologies. Yes, I remember now. I'm sorry. I apologize. Do you remember his reasoning for his last interview? Did he even say it in that podcast? I'm assuming he's probably going on to do his one-on-ones, and maybe he's going to write a book. I don't know. Or something, maybe develop his own platform. I have no idea, but it was a really good, I like him a lot. I like, because I resonate with Dolores Cannon a lot. But I got a revelation ever since listening to that. When I was sitting with God this morning, I realized why we all are experiencing this. Because all of us will, in fact, go to the 9D, the ninth dimension, which is where you create worlds, where you're actually able to create a planet and everything about it. And I thought to myself, well, no wonder why we're going through this suffering aspect and all what's happening in the 3D. And the 3D is going to essentially implode at some point. It's not going to be any longer. And then that's, of course, when humanity moves to the fourth and fifth and higher. And so I get this download this morning, and the download's like, okay, so you're experiencing this so you're going to know what not to create. Yeah, most people 3D, some are in 5. Yeah, no, I don't disagree with that. So then when we actually pass through the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, and get to the 9th, and we're able to actually begin creating worlds, we're going to have such remembrance of actually experiencing being in the 3rd and what it was like, and like being like, oh, hell no, I ain't creating a planet like this. I actually experienced it, right? And probably in many lifetimes, not just this one. Are we dead at that point? No. What do you mean we're dead at that point? No. No, because there's 9th, there's 10th, there's 11th, there's 12th. Of course, from what I remember, the 12th is full of that's where you meet up with Source. That's where you come back to God, where you come back to Source. Transformation takes transmission. He did not say why that was his last interview, but I sense that since he hinted that future is a telepathic talking is getting old. Yeah, true. Yeah. Interesting. He's I don't know, man. There's like not one that I can say that is as full, aside from myself, of course. I don't think there's anybody out there, man, that brings forward some of the information that he does, aside from Sam B. Lee. I really resonate with Franco Romero, like, really hard. And there's not many out there that I can honestly say that. Obviously, Dolores Cannon and his work, and Dolores is very in alignment, obviously, like I said. But Sam B. Lee too. But I'm starting to, like, really, circle is beginning to become much more smaller and smaller. I'm not listening to so many podcasts or so many channelers, because I channel the information myself. Not only that, but I'm just not being guided like I was last year, listening to all these different channelers and podcasters and this and that, and people coming in on the scene, and I don't feel the need to as much anymore. I go within, and I get it from the source, just as most of them are. But, like, his stuff, man, is deep, but yet not only deep, but very easy to comprehend and process. Unlike a lot of people that would go really deep like him, and you just, like, it's like, okay, what are you actually really saying? Yeah, exactly. And that's what people have been doing, and now I'm starting to notice that most are not anymore. Most are, the information that's coming out is becoming less and less. And a lot more people are, like, Lori Ladd is doing the same thing, but she's not permanently going away. She said that she's got to take a pause from social media for the next 10 days. So she's going to be working alongside with Yeshua. So, and I don't really know, but you might be onto something, Observer. I would love to have you. You are a really, really wise Observer. I would love to have a podcast, man. I'd love to interview you if you'd be down to. I think we could have a really good conversation and see what unfolds, but only if that's something that resonates with you and you'd be down to do that. I would be down to do it. And if you do, you can reach out to me or Luna. Our email is darenandluna@gmail.com, or message us on TikTok or Instagram or Facebook. They're all at Daren and Luna. Okay. I think that means be back, that you'll be back soon. I'm assuming. I don't know. I don't know. Be back. I would think that that's what that means, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But yeah, oh, you do not speak. Okay. That's all right. I get it. And I appreciate you being here, speaking and sharing and commenting all the time, and sharing your wisdom. I really do. Thank you for also reminding me of what his name was. I couldn't remember his name for the. I knew. I mean, I've seen him a bunch of times, but he disappeared for a while and he came back, and then he did this interview with Emilio. But it's been a bit since he did this interview, even. So I couldn't remember his name, but I don't forget a face. And of course, the frequencies and the vibrations that he's bringing through with his voice is crazy, insane. But let's see how many more people voted on this poll here. 7. We got 7. So yeah, the people that know what the veil is and don't know what the veil is definitely outweighing. It's definitely a much bigger percentage that don't know what the veil is. Well, listen, that just proves that I have to teach more. And God's wanted me to speak. to bring this information to the forefront, because even with a lot of people out there that are doing it, they're not giving it in the ways that are helpful for people new on the scene, newly awakened, or people that are kind of in the middle of their awakening, or people that even have been awakened for a long time. Even still, some don't know what the veil is. Some don't know what Akashic Records is. Some don't, you know, there, there's a lot that we need to retrain humanity, and assist humanity in remembering. Again, I'm not here to do it for you. I'm not here to help you. I'm not here to like, I'm here to hold your hand, but I'm not here to like do it all for you. You've got to want it. Um, you've got to activate the remembrance within you. And, I'm not necessarily speaking to Miss Simmons and an observer. So you guys are well on your way, but there is plenty. I would venture to say, probably a good 90 something percent are clueless. And when more people wake up, like he even said, next year is going to be an influx of people waking up. And that's obvious. And the fact is, the veil is called Maya. I have not heard that term before, though. That's interesting. Thank you for sharing that, because Maya in Sanskrit, some are deeply in Maya, others are almost lucid. Yeah. Interesting, because I never heard that term before. I'm going to screenshot that because I want to look into that. I've never heard it called Maya. Am I pronouncing it right, by the way, when I say Maya? Or is it Maya? What? Hell no, I don't. Oh my God. Whoa. Guys, I gotta get going. I gotta make a call real quick. Body made of mind. Huh. Wow. This is so interesting, but I have to get going. I gotta make a call. Usually I'll stick around for like an hour, but I'm gonna maybe I'll be back a little later. Maybe I won't, but you'll definitely see me tomorrow. But I gotta make a phone call. I appreciate you all from the bottom of my heart. Ken Wheeler, male. Okay. He is top G and is he on YouTube? Is he on YouTube? Yes, his channel name is Fiora. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna screenshot that because I haven't seen I never heard of him, so I screenshotted it. I'm gonna check it out. I'm always opening my mind, and like I said, man, people like Franco Romero and all these different people that really, really go deep down the rabbit hole. Yeah, that's what I love. More so than like the surface level, you know, these surface level, uh, the stuff that the mainstream and a lot of these people are talking about. I want to know more. I want to go deeper. So, and that's what my hope is to bring um, this knowledge, but in an easier way to understand for people that are just waking up and like starting to question everything and starting to, uh, you know, um, remember who they are and everything like of that sort. So, um, yeah, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you sharing all this information. Thank you, everyone, man, from the bottom of my heart. You're going to see a lot more info, a lot more from myself and Luna. Thank you, everybody, from the bottom of my heart, man. Um, he is clear. He ain't silver bit. He might be surfing where, and they say Jesus walked over his own emotions menu bio surfs. Okay, cool. Wow. Yeah, more information's coming out, man, because people are learning how to do have like initiate out of body experiences. People are doing these things, that are well. Um, uh, Listen, at the end of the day, man, this can't be stopped. The awakening is happening regardless, no matter what way, shape, or form. So it's a beautiful thing, and I love to see it, man. I love to see us having this opportunity to have these types of conversations, man. It's beyond amazing, and I'm so grateful that times have changed from when I was little, and I couldn't speak about anything. And you were suppressed and told, no, you can't talk about that. Well, now things are changing, times are changing, and it's a beautiful freaking thing, man. And I'm so grateful. And I love you all, man, from the bottom of my heart. I'll see you guys in the next live, in the next video, or somewhere around the world. Until then, let's go. Tap that like button, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate you all. Kenny, sorry. Autocorrect. If I be seeing you around, keeping on. Yes, same to you, man. You'll see me. You'll see me around for sure. I love you. I'll see you soon.